Hello, welcome to Screen Time Allowance. This is our show where we talk about the movies and games and TV shows we're watching and playing. I'm Jonathan, and this is what? Wake up! Time for a show. Who are you?
Zach.
Okay, and today we watched a cool.
And right there, I was a sleeping bear.
And right there, you were a sleeping bear. A couple days ago, we watched a cool show from my childhood called
The Gate.
The Gate. We're going to talk about The Gate today. Okay, so 1987, The Gate. I was 11 years old when this came out.
Well,
You are 8.
honestly, I thought the tree house didn't get struck down, but I didn't expect like half gone Geo to come out.
Right. So, all right.
We're rich.
So, the synopsis of this is there's some kids that are left home by themselves. Their parents go away for the weekend. They find a hole in their backyard. It opens up a gate to hell, huh? Did you like this movie?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's go.
Maybe the frighteners are down there.
Yeah, maybe the frighteners are. So we'll go
The
through
devil.
we'll go through the plot and discuss as we go.
The little ants.
Right. So the movie starts with it's a dream sequence. It's Glenn, who's played by Stephen Dorff, who's gone on to be a bigger actor, but he was a kid here, and he's having a dream. He sees his treehouse in the backyard. He goes in it. It gets struck by lightning and falls down. Right? You're like, what is this nonsense?
And then he wakes up and he was like, this has to be a dream.
And it was, except it kind of wasn't, because what was going on in the backyard?
Bum, bum, bum. Tragedy struck.
Well, not really tragedy, but there was some construction worker guys tearing down the treehouse, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he goes out there. He's like, "Wow, what's going on? This is my treehouse."
Dad, what did you do?
I forget how he finds. Oh, they pull the tree out, and a geode falls out from the roots, right? Or it's a round rock at first.
No, it didn't fall out. It was like stuck in there, and then the constructor working guy plopped it out.
Right, it fell on the ground. He went and grabbed it, right? So his buddy Terry comes over. Terry's like this heavy metal kid, but he's kind of a nerd. He has glasses, but he knows things, right? So he's like, "Hey, I think this is a geo. We crack it open. We see what's inside. We could get some good money for this, right?"
If we get a real good one, we could sell it for $1,000.
Right, it's like something crazy. So also in the cast we have the sister whose name is Al, but her name's Alexandra, but her brother Glenn calls her Al, and she's like, "I'm too grown up for you, and my name's Alexandra. Don't call me Al," right?
Hey Al, come over here. Give me the milk.
So
Hey, Al.
what is their hobby that they do together before she became too grown up for him? They would go. Psh. Do you remember? You don't remember the cool things that they did together? They launched rockets, right? And he was like, "Hey, where's the I forget what the name of the big one?
The booster?
The big rocket. I forget what it's called. Thunderbolt or something."
The Thunderbolt.
Yeah, and she was like, "Thunderbolt's gone. Don't worry about it. It's gone." She was throwing all the rockets away. And he's like, "Hey, we're gonna do those." And she's like, "I can't hang out with you. I got this boy I want to meet. I got my goofy sister friends that I got to hang out with. I'm out of here." So
and then this one girl, the grown-ups say, "No parties," and then when we look inside, party.
Right. So the parents go away for a weekend, and they convince them not to get a babysitter because Al says, "Look, I can take care of it." No parties. Boom. Smash cut. Instant party. Right. She's running around cleaning up. Glenn.
And then this other girl, they were sitting in a big circle, and then she was like, "We can hover."
Well, before that though, remember we go up to Glenn and Terry in Glenn's room, and they're trying to crack open the rock, right? Cracks open, cracks in half. It glows a little bit. Oh, it's a geode. That's cool. It leaves some markings on the sketch pad, right? And then something inside the hole that came out of that was in the backyard under the tree starts glowing and awakens, right? So they go downstairs. They're about to go out. Glenn and Terry about to leave, and then this
baby.
right, and the party's like, hey, have you ever heard of light as a feather, stiff as a board? Right? They're like, that's just nonsense. They try to do it to some teenager. They're like, he's too heavy. We'll try the little guy. Glenn, come here. They get him to go, and what does he do?
He hovers.
He floats all the way across the room, right?
You know what?
And then one of the teenagers is like, come on, guys. It was just an illusion. Kid literally flew across the room and like tore off a light on the other side trying to get down.
Know what he should have done?
What?
He should have went like, oh.
You should have just flew off like Superman, huh? That would have really upset poor Al there. So, there's also a dog. There's also a dog. His name's Angus. They made a point of saying how old he is. He's just an old dog now, right?
You know what? I actually like that dog. I think he should be the main character.
You'd be the main character of the movie, right?
Yarf, yarf. Sniff my butt.
So, Terry stays the night. She's like, Glenn's like, I want to call Mom and Dad. This is crazy. I want to call Mom and Dad. And she's like, no, look, why don't you let Terry stay the night? Y'all have a sleepover. Don't call Mom and Dad. We'll get in. We'll take care of it in the morning. So overnight, Glenn wakes up, or Terry wakes up, goes downstairs, and then of course we did learn that Terry's mother had passed away the prior year. So Terry goes down.
I came down from heaven to see you.
Right. So the front door opens. It's Terry's mom. She's like, Mom, what's going on? She runs.
Honestly, I think
he runs down there and gives her a big hug. He's so happy, and all of a sudden he looks, and who is it?
The dog. I'm evil.
No, who was it?
It's your dog.
Yeah, the dog. Oh, I thought you said da-dun, but you gotta speak. What do you got in your mouth? You got a mint in your mouth? You turkey. Why do you put a mint in your mouth and then come up here and do a show? All right. So, oh no, the dog's dead. What do we do? We got to call Mom, Glenn says. Nah, man, we're not going to do it. We take care of it. Don't worry about it. He was an old dog. Terry goes home. Terry goes home. There's nobody there, right? We get the sense that his mom's dead, of course. We get the sense that his dad isn't very good dad because he goes home. There's like dishes piled in the sink. There's nothing to eat. So he goes in his room. He's jamming out to some heavy metal to this band called Sacrifice, right? There's a whole book in the middle of this record album. And he's like, wait a minute, these symbols that came out of the rock look like these symbols in this book. What is going on?
Not out of the rock. They were laying on his desk.
Right. So he starts listening to the song and he's like, wait a minute, this sounds...
No, they didn't want parties.
What?
Because they would run out of food fast.
And it'd make a mess that no one else would clean except Al, and she'd probably get Glenn to do it, huh? Her little brother to do it. Mm-hmm. All right, so he comes back over. They're having a good time. Al is like, I'm going to the beach. I'm the best sister ever. I'm just gonna leave you here by yourself, and I'm going to the beach with my goofy sister friends and this boy, right? So he's like, this time I'm gonna have to call Mom. Anyway, they think they're going to be left alone, but she comes back and she has the new rocket, right? Like an electric start rocket. Push button. They pal around a little bit, and as the evening comes by, the two sister friends show up. And they don't get along, do they? The sister friends and Glenn, they're always talking trash to each other, some pretty good put downs. Don't you belong? Don't you belong? Shouldn't you be in the circus? Like a bunch of good 80s put downs, right? So
shouldn't you be in the circus? Shouldn't you?
So I can't remember what the first thing that happened, but it gets the first 40 minutes of the movie is like all set up, but it's good. It's pretty interesting, right? You get to learn about the record. In the middle,
tragedy.
Yeah, in the middle, all of a sudden, boom. What was the first thing that happened? Do you remember? Was it the arms? I can't remember.
No, he buried the dog and then the arms.
That's right. So
and then
Al's friend, guy said,
they were trying to close the hole. But
right.
Actually, the dog.
Okay, now you remind me. I remember now. Terry comes back over and says, "Look at this record. This has it all spelled out. This is what's going on. I think you got demons, right?" So they go out there. Before
here come zombies.
Before Al comes back, right? Before Al comes back with the rocket, the boy that she likes says, "Hey, I'll take care of your dead dog, no problem." He goes by the vet. Vet's closed, right? He goes back home. He sees that there's a hole in the backyard, right? So he dumps he dumps the dog in the hole, fills it up, covers it up, and puts this board back on it, right? So Terry comes over and he's like, "Glenn, you gotta understand, that hole's a hole to hell. If it requires a sacrifice to get its foothold in, and then it requires 2 human sacrifices for the demons to come back, right?" So they go out there and he's like, "Look, if you play this record backwards, it has the incantation to seal up the hole." And they play it backwards and it's like, "Oh, be gone, be gone, be gone." It's interesting. So they go out to the hole. They say the words, right? And then Al comes back, and they're all surprised to see her. And she's like, "What are y'all doing out here?" He's like, "There's a hole in here to hell. Well, move the board and let's see." And of course, it's covered up. Not because they solved the problem, but because the other guy buried the dog in the hole, right? Completing the first fulfillment of the sacrifice.
Here comes the 2 little legs.
Then it all goes bad. There's a bug zapper that keeps going, even though she unplugs it. Al unplugs it.
And then he's the boy is out of the bed, and then he's like, "Wake up! Wake up!"
Oh yeah, they're like, "Hey, wake up! Something's going on." And they think it's Terry in the bed. And they keep pushing on this lump in the bed. And Terry comes up behind him. He's like, "Hey, what's going on, guys?" And they're like, "What? What's happening?" They take the covers off. It's
dead dog!
Dead dog again. Oh! All of a sudden, hands come up from underneath the bed. Ah! They're screaming and they're hollering. They're trying to get away. And this just looks like hands, right? They're like gross looking demon hands that they're trying to grab their feet. And they finally get away and they start running away. And Zach thought, "Oh, well, it's just hands. They're clear now." But then what happens? There's one real long hand that comes out and grabs her by the ankle. Ah! So they take off her shoe. They run out. Oh my gosh, what's going on? So they go out.
And the 2 girls were just doing nothing.
Right, the girls are sleeping over. They're like, "Ah!" They're all screaming. They go downstairs. They open up the door. Who's there? Who's there? It's Mom and Dad, right?
Yeah.
So Glenn's like, "Oh, Mom and Dad, thank you." Gives Dad a hug. He picks him up by the face. What does he say to him?
"Friend bad."
And then Glenn's like, "No!" Puts his fingers all into his dad's face. Like collapses and goo comes out, right?
And then his face falls off.
Splats on the ground. Ugh, that was gross.
And then his mom was like,
She's screaming, ah, laughing. They get back inside. They
I
shut
thought
the
that
door.
was just like a prank or something.
Yeah, they shut the door. They're like, "Oh my gosh, what's going on?" Because by now, everybody's seeing what's going on. Glenn, Terry, Al, and the 2 sister friends.
The two stupid friends.
And I don't think the boy's there. The boy left. The teenage boy. You didn't even say nothing to me. You're not saying anything. I can't not hear you. Just say it louder. Yeah, we'll do it. He's whispering in my ear like this is going to pick it up. Like it's some secret. Yes, we're going to do game time after this. All right. So they finally decide they're going to call Mom and Dad. They grab the phone. Al grabs it, starts dialing. She picks up the phone. What does it say?
"You've been bad."
Poof! Into a burst of flame. The phone melts. Ah! Everybody's screaming. What's going on, right?
That's probably what happens in movies.
Yeah. So they bring out, what are we gonna do? We gotta seal this hole up. We're gonna use the Bible. Yes, the Bible always works, right? So we get the Bible. They go out there to the hole. They're screaming one of the passages of the Bible's in it. Oh, we didn't even talk about the little dudes, right? They go outside and there's like these little guys there, right?
Yeah,
they're probably this tall, but
no, probably this tall.
Yeah, but they run around. They're grabbing. They're biting on people's ankles.
That doesn't happen yet.
They slam on one of their arms, and what happens to it? They slam it, and it's caught in the door. And it's like, what does it do?
It dissolves into like little leeches.
Yeah, it hits the ground and turns into worms and goes underneath the door. Like, what are these things?
Mom freaked out. She was like, "Whoa!"
Yeah, Mom didn't like that. So they're screaming they're screaming Bible passages at this hole, right? Terry falls into the hole, all the way down, right to the bottom. All these little demon dudes come out, little minion guys come out. They start biting him. They're jumping on him. They're biting on his neck. He's like,
no, the first one was like, "Hello."
Right? He's like, hey, little guy, you know what? And then he goes, and bites his ankle, huh?
No, it bites. It goes up and then it.
Yeah. So a bunch of them come out. So he starts climbing again. They're up there screaming Bible patches. He's like, stop! I think you're making it mad. If they finally get him out, they throw the boards on it. They go inside. That's not working. What do we got to do? So they've discovered, read earlier in the record liner notes of the Sacrifice album, that the only thing that can beat the main evil is a gift or a power derived from light and love or something. That's what they're going with. A power derived from light and love.
Something so precious cannot touch.
So also we need to mention that during their sleepover back a few minutes ago, Terry was like, or Terry had told Glenn, and Glenn told Al that Terry said that when they were building this house, one of the construction workers died, and they didn't want to tell the police. So what'd they do? Remember what they did? What?
They threw it into the hole?
No, they boarded him up in a wall, right? They said they sealed him up in one of the walls. Of course, that wasn't true. But later, what happens to the sisters? I don't even remember what happens to the sisters. Did they leave? I can't remember.
No, remember, they fell into the hole or something.
But I only thought... See, I thought at the end it was...
Wait a second, they actually left the house because they thought it was too scary or something.
So they left?
Yeah.
I can't remember. That may be it. But either that or they died. But I don't think they died because everyone who fell into the hole or got taken came out of the closet. And it was just Terry and Al.
And then the dog.
Right. Oh, yeah, the dog came back too.
Done.
All right.
No, I love you.
So, little monsters. There's several scenes of little monsters running around. The effects in this movie are pretty good for 1987, low budget. I think it's made
tall.
in Canada.
I think it's like as tall as this.
Well, I don't even know what that means. What are you talking about?
It's as tall as me.
Oh no, they were tiny, but the way they made them, there was just regular sized guys in suits, and then they
made the background really big?
Yeah, some of them they have big props, and some they just had optical effects to make them look smaller or whatever. But anyway.
And who is the... I forgot.
What were you going to say? You don't even know.
I forgot.
Okay.
Who is...
So after they get out, they think they did it. I think right, and then all of a sudden, they're in Glenn's room, and they think it's all over, and all of a sudden, boom, through the wall comes the dead guy, right? And Glenn's like, Terry, it's the construction guy, and Terry's like, I just made that story up to scare you. There's no real construction guy there. But there they are. There he is. And all of a sudden, eyes open, grabs Terry. They're trying to get out of him. They're trying to get out of there. But the construction worker zombie takes Terry into the wall. Poof. Wall seals up. Where'd Terry go? He's gone. That's one sacrifice, right? Because remember they need two. And then what happens? He goes to her sister. They're running
thought
around.
the dog was one of the sacrifices.
No, that was the initial sacrifice that had the foothold in the door. 2 human sacrifices required to bring up the big guy. So he goes to get her sister. They're like, the little guys come back.
I bet that big guy needs a big old toilet.
Maybe. Probably. So he goes gets her sister. They're running around. Ta-da! Here comes the zombie guy again, right? They hit him and he falls down, and what happens? He falls straight on his face. What happens when he hits the floor? Do you remember? He splats into a bunch of little guys, remember? He hits the floor and he turns into a bunch of little guys. They're like, oh, they're running around. We got to go get the shotgun, right? This is the part that made Zach jump the most. They go down there to get the shotgun. They unzip Glenn unzips the case, and what happens? Terry's face comes out of the case and bites his hand. Zach went like this.
But of course, that wasn't actually the real Glenn, because
real Terry. Yeah. Because why? Because what was missing? His glasses, right?
And he had like a pale face.
Right. So they get stuck in a closet. They have a shotgun. They shoot. The zombie guy comes back. They shoot him in the face.
That doesn't stop him.
Doesn't stop him. he grabs Al by the ankle, just picks her up and walks off. Alexandra walks off into the closet or something. I forget where they went, but she's gone too. Boom, sacrifices, complete. House starts shaking. Oh my gosh, what's going on? Glenn runs out. The whole floor starts caving in into a big hole, right?
No, he checks on the hole and then it smokes.
Right. Well, I mean, all the boards collapse in, and he jumps over, almost goes in, goes upstairs. He's like, oh my gosh, what's going on? What's coming up? Bunch of little dudes, and then one giant, big dude, right? Who looks like a little dude, but he's just big, and he has more arms. He has like 4 arms.
Can you tell us where they found the rocket?
It was in the closet above the shotgun. They did find that earlier. So the only person left is Glenn.
And it was like buried under
Yeah, it was buried under clothes and stuff. So the only person left is Glenn, and he knows that he needs the power derived from light and love to beat this thing, right? So what's his idea?
The Thunderbolt.
The Thunderbolt rocket, right? Because that was the thing that him and his sister did together out of sibling love, right? They loved each other because they're brother and sister, and that's the thing they did together. So that was a symbol of their love for each other that he was going to shoot into the monster. So there's a bunch of stuff going on. He gets an eyeball on his hand, remember? He's like, what's this eyeball? He stabs the eyeball on his hand.
But it's just an illusion.
Yeah.
Know what he should have done?
What he should have done?
He should have touched the eyeball.
No. What if he did like this and he was like, my eye?
Yeah, but his eye wasn't gone.
Yeah, that's true. But what if it was just the same? Ooh, ooh, ooh. Alright, so the big monster comes out. He's breathing all heavy. He has him by a foot. He throws him. He manages to get the rocket. He shoots the rocket. Boom, right? Goes inside of him. Ooh, starts glowing. He's burning up.
No. Our thing would be that pirate ship.
Yeah, it might be the pirate ship, yeah. Honestly, it'd probably be like a copy of Fortnite or something. So he shoots the rocket into the main monster. He's all glowing. Oh, he's going to explode. Glenn's running out.
No.
And as he runs out the door, the monster explodes.
No, it just goes into him.
Yeah, it goes into him. It doesn't like go splat or anything. It goes whoop and seals back up, right? He's like, ooh, it hurts. Boom.
It makes like a big fiery hole in his chest.
Oh, and when the hole opened up, there was this cool tornado funnel that went up in the sky and started turning everything dark, right? Like it was getting real in that movie. You were like, this is bad. Things are going to go bad.
And it was like coming out of the little hole.
Yeah.
Hello, I want to eat your brains.
So he's running out. The monster explodes. He does like this crazy. He gets blown so fast out that door. I don't think there's any way he would have survived. He was like laid out doing flips. I was like, whoa, man, what a stunt.
Out the door.
I think it was an effect, but it was good. Like I said, the effects in this movie are pretty good.
His legs were like this.
They're better than you would expect from a 1987 horror film. So, boom, everything gets sucked back down in the hole, right? Everything's cleared up. He goes back in there. He hears some rumbling in the closet.
Well, bye. This is our last episode.
No. He goes over to the closet, and then who comes out? Terry and Al come out, right? They got rejected out because they didn't need to be sacrifices anymore because the big monster was beat. And then also, the dog comes out, right? They walk out onto the porch. They're like, whoa, what are we going to tell Mom and Dad? This is crazy. The end. Because in those days, you didn't have to have another half hour to wrap things up and see the police come and watch the parents get home and get all mad and have another ending on top of that. You're just like, hey, we beat the bad guy. High fives! Freeze frame! and credits. Okay, so overall, what was your favorite part of The Gate?
Probably when he shoots the big rocket into the chest.
Oh, really?
Because it doesn't go like.
Yeah.
No, it'd be really. No, it'd be really cool.
What?
If it went like splat.
Oh yeah. That'd probably been beyond their means to do. My favorite part, I think, would be anything to do with the little guys. They're so well done. They were so really neat.
I like them because I like those funnel mouths.
Yeah, they have like weird funnel mouths, huh? Would you recommend this movie to your friends to watch?
Yeah.
Did you think it would scare them and make them poop their pants like you did?
No.
They wouldn't poop your pants like you did?
I did poop my pants.
It took you long enough. Even when Terry came out of the gun case, you were like, Mommy, I'm crying.
Well, I had my penis filled.
Stop. Okay. Okay, so recommend The Gate. I haven't seen part 2. I think I saw part 2 way back when it came out. I don't remember it being that good. Maybe I'll revisit it. But it's certainly not a priority for this show. So how many stars would you give it out of 5?
0.
0? So you didn't like it at all?
No, I liked it. 1,000,000,001 magic boop.
Okay, so we would recommend The Gate. Go watch it. It's cool. It's available for free on YouTube in HD and everything. Just go watch it.
Yeah.
All right, now we're going to talk about the games. Okay, Zach, what have you been playing?
Minecraft.
And that's our show. Good night, everybody. But you haven't been playing Minecraft?
Yes, I have.
When?
When I played Fortnite.
You.
No, I've been playing.
What do you? So you've been really hammering Fortnite pretty hard, huh?
No.
Did you get Midas yet?
No.
We're in season 2,
One
part 2.
more level.
Chapter 2, season 2.
1 level away.
You're on 99, huh?
Springy.
And then you got Springy the Dance, and now you're just waiting on Midas. Who's your buddy that you're playing with online a lot?
Dylan.
All right.
And also Combo is Buddy.
His buddy Combo, whoever that is. And also his brother sometimes too, right?
Yeah.
Jacob, right?
Yeah.
That's cool. So you having fun with Fortnite? Any cool stories in Fortnite? I got a story for you. Once I was playing with Zach and his buddy Dylan, and we were playing squads, and I was in a helicopter, and they were like, "Hey." I couldn't hear Dylan. I could only hear Zach. And Zach was like, Dylan wants to fly the helicopter. So we land. I get out. He grabs the helicopter, flies off, comes back, gets out. I don't know what's going on. The storm's coming. I get in the helicopter. I'm like, get on. The storm's here. Zach jumps on. Dylan's running off down the hill. I take off. We got to go. My tail's in the storm as I pull out. The storm's coming. Dylan's stuck. He's building the ramp. Get on. It was so crazy. Get on the helicopter. Finally got you on there. And then I won the game for everybody.
No, you didn't.
Yep, I got the last kill and we won that match.
No, the person just went into a shadow safe house and got murdered.
I won. It was all based on my indisputable skill as a shooter.
No, I killed you 7 times.
You did not.
Yes, I did.
Okay, all right. Any other thing you're playing?
Maybe one thing.
What?
I've been watching Dad get killed in the Division.
Yes. Today was a frustrating day for the Division 2 as I'm trying to defeat the DARPA mission so I can find the second rogue agent to take her out. But I finally matched up with some guys online. We killed it pretty quick. Man, that was so frustrating. But it's done. It's done. Venus is dead. Other than that, I think that's it. I've been playing some State of Decay. Zachary gets scared at State of Decay. Alright, get down! Get down so we can end the show. Alright, any last words about games or movies or TV show? What did you just start watching? It's a cartoon that's on right now, paused.
Costume Quest?
Yeah, Costume Quest. So
it's
what is that game based, or what is that movie based on? I just gave it away. What is that show based on? A cool game that you like to play, right? You beat that game twice in a row. Costume Quest 2. You played it so much, you beat it twice in a row. And then they came out with a cartoon last year, and now we just found out about it. Oh, guess what just came out Friday, too, we need to watch?
What?
The brand new Last Kids on Earth! You ready to watch it?
I filled my pants up with poop and pee.
Out of excitement or out of hatred? If it's hatred, you have to eat it.
Okay, Dad.
No, here. Alright, let's wrap up the show. We will do a coronavirus update soon, so we can give out the numbers and tell you what's going on in the world of the pandemic. Until then, Bye.